intro, let me explain the different intros. So, if you notice, if you've been following this channel for a while, I really like DC. So I've been toying with the idea of doing some more DC-related stuff, while still keeping true to the 17 movie reviews feel and vibe. So, I'm going to be doing DC 17 every once in a while. It's not going to take over 17 movie reviews, but it's basically like secondary show. DC-related stuff, DC-related movie news, rumors, etc., in addition to 17 movie reviews. So if you see that opening video clip, it's a DC-related video as opposed to just another movie-related thing. Let's get into the fun stuff. So Batman v Superman comes out this week, and I'm super excited for it. I've been waiting for it ever since it was announced almost 3 years ago now. Wow, it seems forever. So, if you're anything like me, you're wondering, how can I get myself most prepared, most ready for this movie coming out? Well, there's actually several comics that you can read, or several movies, but today, we'll be taking a look at the top 5 best comics to read before seeing Batman v Superman. At number 5, we have probably the most of a stretch, but not too much of a stretch, as it might still come in handy having read this comic, and that is The Death of Superman. Now, in The Death of Superman, Lex Luthor finds this alien known as Doomsday. Now, without dipping too much into spoiler territory, because it was released in one of the trailers, unfortunately, Doomsday will have a significant presence in this film. So I would recommend you reading The Death of Superman as to get a better understanding of the Doomsday character and more of a backstory as to the character when he shows up on screen. At number 4, we have A Death in the Family. Now, A Death in the Family chronicles the story of Jason Todd. Now, Jason Todd was the second Robin. The first Robin was Dick Grayson, who grew up to be Nightwing. When Nightwing left Batman's side, Batman got another Robin, because he always needs a Robin. This one was Jason Todd. Now, Jason Todd was kidnapped by the Joker, severely beaten, and then blown up. The first Robin to die. Now, this would happen again later with Damian Wayne, but I don't think we're ever going to get Damian in a movie, and I don't know how I feel about that. But Jason Todd, he died at the hands of the Joker. Now, we have seen in the trailer that there's a charred and badly beaten up Robin suit, implying that Batman has lost a fellow soldier, as Ben Affleck Batman has himself claimed in interviews. He's lost someone before. So maybe he's lost the Jason Todd Robin. Some people are saying even maybe it was the Dick Grayson Robin. But it would be beneficial for you to know the story behind the dead Robin, actually. So I'd recommend reading A Death in the Family before seeing Batman v Superman. At number 3, we have Justice League Origin from the New 52. Now, people's reactions to the New 52 since its inception has been rather mixed. I don't mind it. I like the art style, I'm a huge fan of Jim Lee, and I really like Justice League Origin. It's one of my favorite looking and probably a really fun and engaging story. And I really think Zack Snyder will draw a lot of his inspiration for the upcoming Justice League movie off this comic and that story. So essentially, Batman v Superman, the subtitle of the film, is Dawn of Justice. So somehow this movie is going to lead us into the Justice League. So it'd be beneficial to you as an audience member to know how the Justice League was formed in the latest comic book universe of DC, which is the New 52, for now until DC rebirths itself with DC Rebirth this summer. But I really think that the pieces that came together in the New 52 Justice League Origin will be very similar to how the pieces come together in Batman v Superman's Dawn of Justice and later into the Justice League. So it'd be beneficial to you to know just how that team came together, what made them unite, and what was the ultimate threat that made them go, hey, it's better to be 7 against 1 versus 1 versus 1. At number 2, we have Trinity by Matt Wagner. Now, this really is, I don't know what timeline or whatever else it really fits into, but it's one of the main comics that shows DC's Trinity of Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman, which will feature heavily in a Batman v Superman. Obviously, as we've seen all three very heavily in the marketing campaign, and we saw that glorious shot of the three of them working together to fight evil towards the end of the movie, which I assume is towards the end of the movie. Now, I'm hearing very good things about Wonder Woman as well as Ben Affleck's Batman, and in addition, I loved Henry Cavill's Superman, so I'm very curious to see what the interaction between the three characters will be in the film. And now, hopefully, it'll be like Matt Wagner's Trinity issue. If you'd like to see how the Trinity interacts and plays off of each other in a sense, then I'd really recommend reading this before seeing the movie as a sense of what you could probably expect from the film and expect from the characters. And the number one comic you should read before seeing Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, The Dark Knight Returns. Those of you who are in the know with comics, this really shouldn't come as a surprise to you. Now, Frank Miller wrote Dark Knight Returns. It's one of the most famous comics probably of all time. It features an older, more world-weary Batman that's basically an angry old man that comes out of retirement to just destroy all the criminal underbelly of Gotham and basically get back to his buck-kicking ways as a mid-50-year-old man. Now, the U.S. government isn't too happy about this and frankly sent Superman to stop Batman's basically policing of Gotham, leading to an ultimate confrontation at the end of the comic between Batman and Superman. Probably the most famous fight the two ever had. Now, I won't spoil who wins that fight in the comic, but if Zack Snyder, who has said on the record that the film is based very heavily off Dark Knight Returns, is any indication as to who the winner of Batman v Superman will be, then you probably should read Dark Knight Returns as to find out who will win in Batman v Superman between the two men. It's the most famous fight between Batman and Superman, so you might want to know that dynamic as well as the older Batman. We haven't had an older Batman before, and Ben Affleck has stated on the record numerous times that his is more of a veteran Batman. He's not as young as he used to be. So if you want an older Batman with the most famous Batman and Superman fight of all time, then Dark Knight Returns is definitely the comic that you should need to be reading before seeing Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. Well, what do you guys think? What are some other really famous DC comics that you probably would recommend reading before seeing either Justice League or, more specifically, Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice? Comment below and let me know. And as always, if you like what you see and you want to see more, subscribe to the channel, or find me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at 17 Movie Reviews, or find me on Facebook at DC17. I'll keep all the movie news and rumors and updates for DC-related stuff on that channel too. So you got two different pages, whatever else. Stay sharp, movie guys and gals.